Guruvakyang sushinmayang viparito bhaveta japa sohang iti prapto mantro yoga sah uchyate. The importance of jap has been known from the very ancient times in the sadhak community and is known to be as old as the Upanishads. Jap holds the very key to unlock our consciousness and is viewed as supreme, more than all other spiritual karma. It is the esoteric science of sound. To pronounce a word is to evoke a thought and bring it out into the present. The human speech has tremendous magnetic potency. Words are either benevolent or malevolent, according to the hidden influences attached by the divine wisdom to their elements. That is, the letters which compose them and the numbers correlative to these letters. In Sanskrit, as in all languages, every letter has its occult meaning and rationale. So the mantras, when chanted, produce magical effects and can create whatever is evoked. In Chinese mythology, Kan Yin Tian literally means the divine voice. This voice is synonymous to the verbum or the word of the Christians. Speech is the expression of thought, and Swayam Ishvara is also known as Shabda Brahmin. Vach is the Hindu goddess of speech or of the word. The Hebrew anticipation of Vach is the female logos Sephira. Isis, Kuan Yin, Vatsatarupa are all aspects of the female logos, the centrifugal force behind the functionings of nature. They are the voice, word, or sound, speech. Kuan Yin is the melodious voice, and Vatsatarupa, the melodious cow, who milked forth substance and water, who yields us nourishment and sustenance as Mother Nature. She is Mahamaya, an emanation of Mula Prakriti, the feminine primordial chaos. Om is the original sound from which this entire universe and others similar or dissimilar were created. Om is the sound of existence. It cannot be stressed enough that sound and of course speech are fundamental to reality. In fact, new studies have shown that junk DNA, which comprises 90% of the DNA in our bodies, is not only responsible for the construction of our physical body, it also stores data and aids communication. The genetic code in the junk DNA follows the same rules as all the human languages. After comparing the rules of syntax, semantics, and basic grammar to this code, it is seen that the alkalines in the DNA structure follow a regular grammar and have set rules seen in our grammar. So human languages have evolved due to DNA. So the sound Om, which created the universe, also resonates in our DNA, which gives us language. Every person has a specific mantra, which when chanted expedites their spiritual journey. Jap is a kind of yagya. It opens up the doorway to Sat Chitananda sooner than other time-consuming yagyas. This is clearly described in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, where it is said that the only syllable Om is to be uttered repetitively during jap. This is called Pranav Jap, and a sadhak must continue this to the very last breath. It is also said that for the attainment of Purna Paramatman, 3 mantras need to be chanted: Om, Tat, Sat. Om being the incantation to Brahman, Tat and Sat are coded and revealed to only the initiates. Vaikari Vach is what we utter. Vach is of four kinds according to the ancient rishis. This Vaikari Vach exists in its Madhyama, further in its Pasyanti, and ultimately in its Para or infinite form. The four principles of the great cosmos correspond to these four forms of Vach. This whole manifested solar system exists in a Shukya form in this light or energy of the Logos, which is Vach. Its image is caught and transferred to cosmic matter. Vachatarupa is of the 100 forms, or Jagat Janani. It is from this number 10, the mother, the occult cipher or naught, ever procreating and multiplying, in union with the unit one, or the spirit, which is masculine, that the whole universe proceeded. So speech has existed from time immemorial, and it is through speech that jap science is practiced. Now the ultimate aim of jap science is AJAPA sadhan. Although very few yogis know the complete science of jap and AJAPA sadhana, yet all need to look into it for regular practice. AJAPA is the very esoteric side of this Vigyan. Now let's etymologically look at the word AJAPA. Jap is the reiteration of a particular sound, word or sentence. AJAPA is the negation of jap. That is, one does not have to consciously recite anything. AJAPA Kriya is self-existent in all beings. One needs to just activate it. Throughout humanity's known and unknown history, this Kriya was practiced by yogis, but its name differed from region to region. If looked at from one angle, the sadhana of this Kriya is in fact very simple. No other yoga marga is as easy to comprehend as this one. From the moment we fall out of our mother's womb, to the day our last breath leaves our body, making it cold and lifeless, the natural processes of exhalation and inhalation continue their kriya in our body. AJAPA bases itself on these processes, on our breathing, of which most of us are not even aware. One needs no special arrangements to practice this kriya, as it is absolutely organic to our being. Breathing is an integral part of our life. It is as real as the fact that man cannot survive without oxygen, even in the states of sleeping and dreaming. So the eternal dance of AJAPA Kriya rages on through our bodies. But most of us have not tapped into its infinite reservoir of beauty and bliss. Once this Kriya is understood, there is no need to consciously practice it. It abides in our body forever. And Tattva Gyan reveals itself without any complications. Therefore, by now, it must be clear as to the ascendancy of this Kriya in the path of sadhana. But even in its profound simplicity, it is deeply cryptic, and a mystery shrouds it. The results of this practice are unlike any other exhaustive or difficult Kriyas. The cosmic Kriya, which is continued in all the lokas, emanating from the heart chakra of Paramatman, AJAPA is the terrestrial manifestation of that Kriya in the human body. It's known by many names: AJAPA Gayatri, Hamsa Vidya, Atma Mantra, and Prana Yagya throughout the Buddhist, Puranic, and Tantric sects.